Hey, welcome back to another YouTube video. So this is a big money match at MAP Marston Fields Fishery. This was held on the 27th of December, so very, very recent. I went and drew on peg 19 on the elm pool. I think we was fishing over 4 pools. A few anglers are in this match. Like I say, it was a big money match, and I actually, a bit of a spoiler, but I went on to win, and I want to show you guys and talk through how I went and did that. So let's get into it. So we've just had the all in, and I've just casted out the Waggler over onto the island. So I had a 3-gram Waggler on. It's around 35 meters, I'm going to say, maybe 40 at the most. All the way over to that island, and I was literally throwing it over and fishing about 2 meters off the island, and I kept varying throughout the day, fishing closer and maybe 2 meters off. And as you can see, I was also priming and catapulting in some maggots in the middle, just for later on to throw the bomb in. If there's nothing produced on the island, I could throw the bomb in hopefully in the last hour and I might catch a fish. But let's get into it, and I'll talk you through how the day went and how I went on to win the match. So as I say, we've only just started, we had the all-in, and we're probably only about a minute and a half into the match. Again, second cast over to the island. So the pool, the water was very clear. I didn't even set a pole up. I didn't want to put a pole over the heads. I just didn't feel it. So I only had the rod set up, and there you go, look, float went under, and I got my first fish on. And I've not even put any bait out over on that island yet. But this one, unfortunately, it did come off. So, but like I say, we're probably, a minute and a half into the match. There you go, look, it did a run, went round that sort of corner of the island. It was heading for that corner and it came off. So as you can see on the screen now, I've got a lost fish counter. And you're going to see throughout the day, even though I went on to win the match, how many fish I actually lost. I mean, I should have doubled my weight. But watch the video to the end and you'll see how many fish I lost, but also how many I caught. So again, I was putting 3 maggots on the hook. So I was fishing quite light because I had a long cast, right? I was fishing, like I say, somewhere between 40 meters over to that island. So I only had a point, I think it's about a point, 20 mil diameter main line, and that, which is what, roughly around £5, and the hook length I had a 0.16 mil diameter hook lengths. So I was fishing really, really light, and because 1, I was casting a long way, 2, I didn't want to spook them, and also I was expecting to get some skimmers over there. Really, I wasn't really expecting to get some carp. Now you wait and watch this video, and I was catching some proper units, double figures, and I was getting them out. It was a bit tough getting them out, but I got them out. But I had to fish light to get cast that far, and like I say, I didn't want to be spooking fish and so forth. In terms of depth, roughly 2 meters off that island. I think it was around 4 foot. So just kept changing. I kept changing from 4 foot, then I'd go to 3 foot, and I'd even tried even 2 foot. And I just kept changing my depth throughout the day to make sure I kept catching fish. And the closer I got to the island, the shallower it got. So, and I was also being really over depth as well. So I was definitely easily around that 2 meter mark. I think I was around sort of 6-7 inches on the deck. And then I also, as I went shallower, closer to the island, I was still making sure I had a long hook length on the deck. So waiting for our next bite, and it didn't really take long. It was really, really quick. So every now and then I would just flick the rod, just move the bait. And what I would find is when I did that and flicked it, moved the float, the bait my hook length would kick up, and I'd get a bite. I'd get a fish. And that happened quite a lot. And there you go, look, second fish. I've just gone and lost it. And we're only probably, I don't know, something like 4 minutes into the match, and I've gone and lost 2 fish already. So absolutely crazy. I couldn't work it out. I felt like I was probably foul hooking them. So it was either telling me I had a load of fish over there, or I was just, basically hooking them and losing them. But that fish then actually straightened me out. So I had to get another hook on. And I had only had a light hook on, and I forget what it was. I think it was an SFL. I think one of the Preston's SFLs, because like I say, I was fishing quite light, nowhere good enough for the big carp I was catching. So I had to go a lot heavier and put a new hook on. And I even went bigger. I think I went from a size 16 and I put a size 14 hook on. And then I put 4 maggots on the hook. So just getting set up again, and then we get back in. So new hook length on, gone much heavier this time, up the hook length. I think I went to a 0.18 mil diameter hook length, and then I also put a heavier hook on and a bigger hook, and cast it straight out. And again, it sort of just didn't take long. It was really quick, and we're only probably now about 8-9 minutes. It was certainly around that 10-minute mark into the match. And I ended up hooking another one, and as you can see, I'm also catapulting in some maggots into the middle. I didn't feed throughout the entire match. I did not feed that far bank on the island. The only bait that was going in was in the middle. Like I say, I wanted that as a bit of I wouldn't say a throwaway line, but I wanted to be able to go on it later in the day if I needed to. If I wasn't catching on the far bank, either on the bomb or on the Waggler, I wanted to be able to go in the middle, and hopefully there might be some couple of carp sitting there on those maggots. That was the plan, but I did try that middle line only for a couple of minutes later in the match, and nothing happened. But there you go, look, float went under into another one, less than 10 minutes into the match, and I've just gone and lost my third fish. So I ended up having a few more casts, probably getting close about 1:20 now into the match. And as you can see, lost fish counter, we're now on 3. And like I say, 1:20, and we do get another bite, and we do get a fish on. And luckily, I do get this one in. So this one was properly hooked. It did take a little bit of time. Like I say, I'm fishing very light, so every fish had to count. It was, like I say, it was a big money match, plenty of anglers on, and I really wanted to frame on this day. Jump ahead a little bit on this one. Like I say, it took a good few minutes to land, and I was, you know, I had quite a few big lumps. I mean, this fish, you'll see in a minute as I get it out. I didn't hold it up or nothing, but you'll see when I land it, it was around the 8-pound mark, and I was netting plenty of fish around the 8-pound. 12-pound, and I believe I had a couple of fish around the 15-pound, and how I got them in, I have no idea. They should have been smashing me up, right? But I managed to just bring them in nice and steady, and because it's winter, the fish aren't running everywhere. I mean, yeah, they was giving me a good run, but it's not like in the summer when the fish are more active. There you go, look, nice carp for about 8-pound in the net. So first fish, casting straight out again, back over to the island, and this was the routine. This is how it was. And again, it was probably about another few more minutes, and everyone then started going on the Waggler around me as well, which is quite interesting, but they just weren't catching. And I'd have spells throughout the day where I'd catch a couple of fish, there we go, look, back into another one. I'd catch a couple of fish, then it would go quiet for about 10 minutes, and then somebody else further down would catch a fish, and it felt like the fish were just moving up and down that island, and that's how it was. And but into the next one. So that fish is doing a proper run, and it's taking quite a bit of line off the reel, and it comes off again. So this is how it kept going throughout the day. I am going to jump ahead a little bit now to about 1:30, and I've already hit another fish before this one, which I lost, which was number 5, and I've now just gone and hooked into my basically my 7th fish. Like I say, I've caught one already, and then this one also comes off, and it's now number 6 that's now I've lost. We are no more than 30 minutes into the match. I've lost 6 carp, and I've only caught 1. So back out again, plenty of time left of the match to catch a few more. So back out again, I did shallow up to about 2.5 foot, fishing about 1 metre or so off the island. Float goes under. I was definitely off the deck at this point. Float goes under, and we're into another fish. You'll also see that lost fish counter has just jumped up as well. In between the last one and now, I'd also lost 2 more carp. So now on 8 carp that were lost, and we're probably about 40 minutes or so into the match. But this fish actually wasn't a carp, and it was quite a nice surprise. It was actually a perch. This is the only silver I caught all day, so we weighed this one in separately, and this was a 1.5 pound perch, fishing shallow, with a bunch of maggots on. So it just goes to show that it's not just the carp, you'll even catch nice perch like that.
Hey guys, hopefully you're enjoying these free videos. Just a quick reminder, if you haven't already, please do go and subscribe to the channel. Click the subscribe button. It's free and it's easy, and it only takes about 2 seconds. It's a massive help, more than you know. Also, don't forget to drop the video a like, give it a thumbs up, and at the end of the video, if you can spare 30 seconds, please do go and leave a comment. Just let me know what you like about the video. Let me know what techniques you use. But thank you for watching. Now let's get back to the main video.
So we get sorted, another 3 or 4 maggots on the hook, casting out again. I mean, I like I say, I was never keeping count. I'd put 3 maggots on, then next time I might put 4 on. It didn't really matter. Catapulting some maggots on that middle line again. I did give that little look a couple of times. I would reel in, put the waggler over it, probably for a couple of minutes. Never had any indications. I did throw the bomb over it, I think, once for about 4 minutes. I had one throw, no line bites, no indications. So I didn't waste any time. But as you can see, look, that was all in real time then. I cast it out, catapulted some maggots on that middle line, and the float went under on the far bank. Jump ahead now. This one was a right unit, and it took probably about 4 or 5 minutes to land. I was having to take my time, fishing very light, don't forget. And look at the bend on this rod. This rod, by the way, guys, it's I had this one as about 12 years old. It's now about 42 years old, that rod, and it hasn't let me down. I can catch silvers on it, I can catch decent carp. It's a Daiwa SR3 match rod. I've had it for pretty much forever. It's not a rod I'm ever going to get rid of. And look at that, I just got this fish in, a proper unit. I think I put on the counter around, I think it's 12 or 13 pounds. It might have been bigger than that, and look at that, absolute unit of a fish. And I caught a few of these throughout the day. So we get this one sorted and we get him in the net. Look at this, look, absolutely monster. Who thought I'd be catching these type of fish on a 42-year-old rod, but like I say, it's never let me down, and it's not a rod I'm ever going to get rid of. Absolute unit in the net. So back out again. The wind had now dropped a little bit, which is quite nice, and the wind just kept picking up throughout the day. Then it would drop again, but as you can see, now into another fish. Unfortunately though, this now became lost fish number 9, and I just couldn't work it out. I was clearly foul hooking some fish, but some of them definitely felt they were hooked properly. I mean, but I did lose a couple of hooks as well. A couple did break me. Had a hook straighten out right at the beginning. I would come back. The hook felt like it was in the fish's mouth, but then I'd come back with the scale on. Who knows? But it was a very, very challenging and frustrating day. But now I'm going to show you a few extra fish that I caught throughout the next couple of hours. So a few hours had passed by, ended up putting a few extra fish in the net, and as you can see, that lost fish counter is now standing at 15. 15 carp I lost throughout the day. So very, very frustrating day. I mean, when it comes to the weather as well, you can see it was a cloudy, dull day all day long. I don't know if that actually helped. Maybe it did. The carp clearly was shoaled up on that far bank over at the island. I just happened to draw the right peg, but it was also being able to fish the right method as well. And I felt like throwing in the bomb, when I did throw the bomb in, I didn't get a bite for 5-10 minutes, or I didn't get any bites on the bomb at all. But I was getting line bites. They didn't really want the bomb. It was almost like it was spooking them, and it was the Waggler was the method on the day. And I think if I didn't fish the Waggler, I certainly wouldn't have caught as many fish. But guys, you can see now I'm into another one. So I think we probably only had about 30, 40 minutes left of the match. So guys, a very quick summary. Fishing the Waggler over the island was the key technique on the day. Not feeding any bait at all. I was feeding that middle swim but around sort of 15 meters, 16 meters. But I went on it and there was nothing there at all. I didn't waste any time on it. I think I might have only spent maybe no more than 5-10 minutes throughout the entire day. But every single fish came on the Waggler at the island. Dead simple technique, fishing up and down in the layers, over depth as well, and I was just being able to keep fish coming all day long. I clearly foul hooked a few, I got smashed up on a few, I was fishing very light, but guys, that's the way it went. Really, really good. I ended up catching 108 pounds for the win on the day. Really, really pleased with it, and I don't think I could have done anything more. It was just one of those days where the fish were there and I was able to catch them using this technique. Guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I had a great day. I actually learnt a few things as well when I watch it back. But hopefully you've learnt a few things too. And in the winter, on the right day, fishing the right technique, you can still put a good weight together. Guys, hopefully you enjoyed it. If you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It is free and it's easy and it only takes 2 seconds. It's a massive help, more than you know. Just go and press that subscribe button. Also hit the notification option as well so you get notified next time I upload. Also guys, don't forget to drop the video a like. And if you can spare 5 seconds at the end, that's all I ask. Go and leave a comment on this video. Let me know what you think. Let me know how your winter fishing is going. Guys, tight lines, and I'll see you on the next one.